Last 4 years, I've generated over 30,000 leads across 63 different industries, and I found a pattern between good leads and bad leads. In the next 10 minutes, I want to show you how you can 3x your clinic's lead quality in less than 10 minutes with 3 simple actions. So let's go. And just for you to understand that I know what I'm talking about, here's just one client of mine who spent over $81,000 on ads and generated almost 10,000 leads. Just one client, one account. So I just want to really quick talk about the problem. The main problems are no-shows, unqualified patients, and people that don't even answer. No-shows as people that book and don't even show up. Unqualified patients are people that are not medically appropriate for your treatments, and people that don't even answer are people just that leave their details and they never answer you after that. And I want to show you how to solve these problems with 3 simple steps. So there's 3 levers that you can pull that transform lead quality. One is ads, second one is qualification, and the third one is speed to lead. Lever number 1 is high quality ads attract high quality patients. And here's what actually works. Story-based ads that are showing real patient journeys. I want you to imagine that you are dealing with depression and you have tried everything. You've tried antidepressants, therapy, and nothing worked. And then you scroll on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever, and you see a person that is talking about their depression and how they dealt with it in the past, and that they were also dealing with treatment resistant depression. And you see that they solved the problem thanks to Spravato, ketamine, TMS, or psychedelic therapy. That makes them believe that they can also solve depression because there's a person that was in their spot and now he's happy and they solve their problem or depression in this case. And that gives them hope that they can also do that. So that's why story ads are insanely powerful. Another thing is authentic testimonials. Okay, you can also do testimonials ads in which people just talk about their experience. That is also very similar to story-based ads. Another thing is educational content that builds trust before the first contact. So what does that even mean? That means you educate them about the treatment itself, how it works, why it's different, and you establish authority by basically explaining to them why what they tried up until now didn't work and why what they're going to try with you is going to be different. Final thing is using messaging that focuses on results and not just treatments, okay? Because in the end, you want to sell the outcome. Nobody cares about FDA approved text. Nobody cares about your clinic's images. Nobody cares about brain scans, and nobody cares about discounts, even though most of you guys don't really use discounts, but just for you to understand. Most important thing that you need to understand, if you address their concerns, you touch their pain points, and you build belief in them that you can actually help them, this is going to immensely increase the quality of the patients that come through your door. Because in the end, it's not black and white. It's not that a person sees an ad, reads it, and is like, oh, I want to buy. No, he needs to go through a journey. It's something psychological that you need to pull inside them to make them understand, wow, I need this for myself. The quality of patients you attract is directly proportional to the quality of your advertising. Better ads create better patient relationships from the very first impression. So remember that. That's lever number 1. And I want to give you another pro tip, and that is to use video ads. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, you have way more real estate to educate potential patients. What does real estate mean? Okay, when you advertise on Facebook or on Instagram, you have placements in which your ads can show on. And you cannot show up in Reels, you cannot show up in stories, you cannot show up in all these placements if you have static ads, because that does not allow for people to read them. Nobody reads through stories or through Reels. They're consuming video content. Second thing is emotional connection, okay? If you see a person talking about their journey and what they've been through and they are authentic, that gets the message across way better than any text would ever do. Also, if it's you filming yourself with that white coat that makes you look like an authority, with your clinic in the background, seeing your environment and seeing you, that also makes them trust you and think of you as an authority. Again, something that text cannot do. And last thing is hire intent patients who invest time watching your content. And that is basically it. These are the 4 pillars, and this is why you should definitely start using video ads from yesterday in your ads. Before we continue with the video, I want to give you an immensely valuable resource that is going to take your business sophistication level to a new height, okay? I have reverse engineered a marketing funnel of a clinic owner that's making $100,000 selling ketamine treatments, okay? It's a 15-minute training in which I'm going over everything in his marketing funnel and making you understand exactly what he does good and what he does wrong, in my opinion, and what you can take from it to your clinic's marketing. I'm going over his ad angles, hooks, and emotional storytelling that drives qualified consults. I'm going over his landing page structure and offer formula that converts cold traffic into booked patients. I'm going to go over his pricing strategy and upsell flow that turns $29 consultations into $3,000 treatment packages. And I'm also going to explain why 95% of clinics fail with their ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or whatever ads, and what this clinic does right. So if you want to get this resource, all you need to do is click the link below, sign up, and it's going to be sent straight to your messages and your email. So lever number 2 that you can pull is qualification that filters out poor fit patients. Okay, not every lead should make it to your calendar. Okay, to have strategic qualification that saves you your most valuable resource, provider time. You need to look out for intake forms with red flags. You need to screen for medical contradictions before even scheduling people. You need to flag conditions that make patients poor candidates for your specific treatments. For example, if you offer ketamine or Spravato, you could ask people if they've had an adverse reaction to ketamine or esketamine in the past. And if they've had it, then they are automatically disqualified. Also on the landing page, ask people, okay, so what problems have you been dealing with? What are the conditions that we want to treat? Make them qualify themselves. And I'm going to touch upon that in a second, but just for you to understand, I just push things that get out of my head really quick. I think that this creates unnecessary friction. But here's the thing. If patients watch the ads that you made from lever number 1 and they actually believe that you can solve their problems, they would gladly go through every friction possible to solve what they're going through, because what they're going through is just hell on earth. Each qualification steps creates a small barrier that serious patients will gladly overcome. You don't need to push it too much, but you need to have the bare minimum at least. And lever number 3 that you can pull is actually speed to lead. And this one is the most important one out of them all. Okay, because leads can go cold fast. I'll show you a real study that has been conducted on over 15,000 leads. If you call leads after more than 5 minutes, their chances of qualifying decrease by 400%. I've talked about this in one of my other videos, but I really want to hammer this point. You need to call leads as fast as possible. And if you don't call them as fast as possible, you need to either send them a personalized message or you need to have a voice AI agent that calls them and qualifies them. It's unbelievably important. And I have another video on the channel that talks about what specifically to do when it comes to response time and how to actually tackle that. So these were the 3 main levers, and I want to show you a little pyramid here on how it actually works. You need to start from quality ads, then you need to have effective qualification. After that, you need to have spit to lead. When you have spit to lead and you have effective qualification, then you're going to get qualified bookings. When you have qualified bookings and people that actually are interested in your treatment and understand the value of it, you're going to have a strong show rate. And then out of all of that, you're going to have high quality patients. These are all pieces of one puzzle that you need to piece together. When you connect all pieces of the puzzle, then you're going to get high quality patients. It's as simple as that. And the last thing that I want to give you here is a mindset shift. So please stop blaming Facebook or Google or any other platform that you use. Lead quality isn't just about where your ads are on, it's about your entire conversion system. So let's switch your old thinking with new thinking. Instead of saying our leads are terrible, think how we can better communicate our value. Instead of saying this ad platform doesn't work for a clinic, say what qualification steps will filter out poor fits. And instead of thinking that people want cheap options or that you need more leads to get more patients, just think about how can you respond to inquiries faster, make the best out of your current leads, and also understand that you need better leads, not more leads. And that is how you can 3x your clinic's lead quality in less than 10 minutes with 3 simple actions. I hope this video was valuable to you. If you have any questions, make sure to let us know. And we have a lot more content on the channel and also on our Instagram. Thank you. Keep healing the world and have a great rest of your day.